Swapping the blues for brews, Winchester Samaritans unveil their campaign to raise awareness of mental health. We explore a celebration of Veganuary at Winchester's very own Guildhall. And on the up, one climbing club in Fareham shares in the popularity of the sport. Good afternoon and welcome to Winchester News Online. I'm Tyron McPherson. Tea is the talking point for this year's Blue Monday campaign. The Samaritans are swapping the blues for a brew to raise people's spirits on supposedly the most depressing day of the year. Olivia Fraser has been investigating.
A morning cuppa. This isn't your typical Blue Monday, with blue skies stealing the show. And this year, the Samaritans have rebranded the day into Brew Monday, encouraging people to talk to others over a hot drink. In Winchester train station, local volunteers spoke to commuters for the cause.
So the idea is to give people tea bags, and with something called a listening tips card, and there are all sorts of other sort of giveaways as well, just to encourage people to talk and listen to each other, because I think in today's world people are always rushing here, there and everywhere, and they just need time to sit down and talk.
Wessex Cancer Trust has also gotten involved in helping to combat January blues, hosting a talk by Councillor Dottie Woods, who has given her advice.
Put things into place. So find things that they really enjoy. Flow activities. So a flow activity could be dancing, it could be reading, it could be gardening, whatever it is for you. Find what makes you happy and pop it into place. Put time on your diary for you.
However, it seemed that people in Winchester still found something to be happy about this sunny Blue Monday.
I think that the sun's been shining, that's made me happy, and being able to walk the dog because I'm fed up with the rain.
Well, I got up nice and early, had a very nice breakfast, my lectures are all done for today, and now I'm going to go home and I'm going to have a really nice lunch.
Today I got a discounted sandwich at Subway, which was kind of crazy. Yeah.
So I'm just about to go for a walk in the New Forest, so that'll make me happy today.
Despite claiming to be the most depressing day of the year, people are encouraged to have a cuppa and a chat to stay in high spirits this January. Olivia Fraser, Winchester News Online.
Hampshire Hospital struggled to keep up with the increased demand of patients last month, according to a recent report. NHS figures show 76% of patients attending accident and emergency in Winchester and Basingstoke hospitals were admitted, transferred or discharged in less than 4 hours after their arrival. Sean Fruin has the latest.
A surge in A&E visits across Hampshire has resulted in a quarter of patients having to wait longer than the NHS target. The Hampshire Hospital chiefs have apologised after the unprecedented demand resulting in longer waiting times. Last month's national performance of just 79.8% was the worst achieved since the beginning of the performance records in 2004.
11,000 patients came into an A&E department, and of those, 3,000 had to wait over 4 hours to be seen. This means the trust has missed the government's target of 95%.
Lara Alloway, Chief Medical Officer at Hampshire Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, has released an apology for the long waiting times in their emergency departments. Dr. Alloway says, over the course of 2019 we cared for over 10,000 patients more than we did in 2018. To put this in context, we treated roughly 10,000 patients on average each month in 2018, so last year we cared for an extra month's worth of patients. That's the latest. I'm Sean Fruin.
A new campaign to promote a vegan lifestyle has come to Winchester. Currently, almost 2/3 of the UK are now choosing meat substitutes. Cara Simmons went to the Guildhall to get a taste of Veganuary.
From soaps to bath bombs, yoga mats to flapjacks, and even free hugs. Almost everything can be found at the Vegan Festival celebration.
Coming here today and seeing that there is so much, there is so much available and so much of different perspectives as well.
I spoke to the organisers, a mother and daughter team from Romsey.
There's no judgment here. We're not saying go vegan. That's not the whole ethos of the day. The ethos is just to show people the options out there. So this is our second time here, and oh boy, just keeps getting better and better.
Veganuary is the best time to just even cut out meat once a week or swap a meatless a meatless meal twice, 3 times a week.
And it's not all about being healthy. If you have a sweet tooth, you can still try some tasty treats.
It brings awareness about veganism and the fact that it's not just like boring food. You know, we don't just eat grass and like twigs and leaves, you know.
After a very successful event, it seems like vegans can still have their cake and eat it. Cara Simmons, Winchester News Online.
A climbing gym in Fareham has seen an increase in people trying out the sport. The discipline will be included in the Olympics for the first time this year, but around 1 million people already participate in indoor climbing across the UK. We sent our reporter Victoria Darlin to find out more.
Climbing indoors has become quite popular in the recent years. In Fareham, the bouldering gym Red Spider held its first competition of the season.
This is our boulder competition. Basically you have 3 hours, you have 40 routes to climb. The person who climbs the route with least attempts is the hero of the night. Yeah, we've seen increase of people coming in and taking part of the competitions. So competition is for all abilities, all ages, from small kids all the way up to age of 70. It's become popular just because it's included in Olympics this year. Young people are being introduced to climbing quite early.
Max Daniels is the captain of the Winchester University Climbing Society. He started climbing 2.5 years ago.
I had quite a bad injury in my back, and then this was mainly the sport that I felt I could get stronger at and like recover my fitness. Found the society at the university, didn't look back. I think it's the best community in any sport. So I used to play football when I was younger, and it's such a competitive, just not a nice environment to be in.
Max believes that there are several reasons that the sport has become more popular.
There's a decent amount of athletes that are getting sponsorship by big brands. So Shauna Coxey, the British climber, she's been sponsored by Red Bulls. Also the fact that it's going to be in the Olympics, I think that gives it a real boost because people take it more seriously.
Matt Harby is also part of the Winchester Society.
One of my friends brought me along, and from the get-go I absolutely loved it. I've competed a couple of times. Last semester I did like 2 or 3 comps and they were a lot of fun. The community is absolutely amazing. Like everywhere you go, everyone kind of are all friends, they're always rooting for you.
According to statistics, 1 million people in the UK does indoor climbing. It's a sport that's constantly evolving, and who knows, maybe one of these rising stars will one day be in the Olympics. Victoria Darlin, Winchester News Online.
And now, let's get the latest sport with Alice Howe.
Thank you, Ty. In tennis, British number 1 Johanna Konta is out of the Australian Open. She lost to Tunisia's Ons Jabeur in straight sets in the first round. Southampton take on Crystal Palace in the Premier League tonight. Saints are looking to bounce back from their 3-2 defeat to Wolves on Saturday. Locally, Winchester City look to make the semi-finals of the Southern League Quarter-Finals Cup this evening. They travel to Polton Rovers. Kick-off is at 7:45.
Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching.
Right now.